Good evening. This is Devonna with Handmade with Heart by Devonna. If you're catching this part, you might be catching the replay. If the red live button is not showing, just hashtag replay, please, and I'll come back and say hello to you. If the red light is showing, live is showing, then that means I am live. I'm going to try to find myself on my second device while I see if some guys are coming in. It is Wednesday, July the 1st. Can you believe it? It is hard to believe that it's already July. And we are having Christmas in July. I'm just going to give it a few minutes. Hello, Sandra. How are you this evening? I am in an event tonight, so we're just going to give it a minute for me to get shared into the group. And then we'll talk about it just a little bit. I'm glad that you all have joined me, and my comments are scrolling a little bit. Hi Beth, how are you doing? I am doing okay. You look great for having a little sleep. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired. I am tired, and I didn't drink coffee this evening. I did not get coffee. Hopefully after I get done here, I'm going to try to turn in a little bit early tonight and see if I can get me some sleep. So I am in an event tonight, and like I said, let's see, Joyce with Creations by J&J. Joyce is just now finishing up. Hi Diane, and they will get me shared in. I have shared you in. Okay, Allison. All right, guys, I am shared into the group. I am in an event, Christmas in July tonight, and it is with the Hen House and Bloom Company, and I've got my little cheat sheet here. Thank you guys for joining me. Hi Beth, how you doing? Thank you for having me, Miss Ollie and Miss Karen and Miss Renee. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to go down the whole line because some people may not have got to tune in today. And hi Sylvia and Jennifer. I want you to be able to go back and catch the replays. If you're not a part of the Hen House and Bloom Company, just go join. It's free. And then when you want to watch events, you can just refresh your page and catch everybody right there. But the lineup comes down with 9 a.m. this morning was Bonda with Posh Pines Designs. And 10 a.m. was Andrea with The Cutest Little Thing. And 11 a.m. was Cheryl with Crafting Fun with Cheryl. And at noon, at 12 today, was Renee with Magically Rustic Designs. And hi, everybody that's coming in. At 1 o'clock was Emily with Emily's Upcycled Home. And Miss Terry was at 2 p.m. with Orchard Lime Designs. And Karen, Upcycled Decor by Karen, was at 3 p.m. Trisha was at 4 p.m. And I'm thinking, was there like a somebody wasn't feeling good? I'm gonna go ahead and say it, but I'm thinking Heather with Creating with Love and Grace at 5 may have not been feeling well today. Somebody can let me know if I'm wrong on that. I did not get to tune in much today. I was super busy at work, so I apologize that I don't remember that, but it seems like I saw that. Mary with the Painted Peach was at 6 p.m. and Joyce at 7 p.m. with Creations by J&J. And I am at 8 p.m. Devonna with Handmade with Heart by Devonna. And Miss Cindy is coming in, bringing us in at the end of the night with Grace and Grit Creations by Cindy at 9 p.m. Hello, everybody. Thank you. I did, Andrea, I wanted to get fast up and wear me a Christmas shirt. So, admins is Miss Ollie with Rooster Ridge Sunflower Company, Karen with Shop Paradise Creations, and Renee with Magically Rustic Designs. And the group moderators, I think Miss Allison is going to be here for me tonight. Allison's Accents and Decor. And Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs. And Joyce with Creations by J&J. And I really, really enjoy this group a lot. Hello, Trisha and Rue and everybody that's hopping in. I have been having trouble with my comments not scrolling on my second device. So, when I first started crafting last year, I remember in the summer, the Christmas in July was one of the first things I got all excited about and started watching a lot of the crafters. And that's when I learned about the milk bottles, like Miss Andrea did this morning, which I learned how to do them with the, yeah, I do think there was an, okay, what's it at 4? Then I apologize, Heather. At 4 would have been with Trisha, with Faded Finch, with Trisha, I think. I apologize, I did not get to tune in and know for sure who it was, so I do apologize, Heather. Everybody go back to this page and you will be able to find everybody that was live today. Hi Stephanie, how are you? So of course I want to do milk bottles for July, but I'm in a couple of events this month, and it wasn't that I didn't want to do them here, but I just couldn't make up my mind, and then I ran across something and kind of was wanting to put something together, so we're going to do something totally different, and I better start while I'm talking. How is everybody doing today? I hope you've had a great day. I am using Apple Barrel Tuscan Red. I want it to be more of a deep red. This is a primitive. Hi Laura, how are you doing? More of a primitive piece. It is Christmas in July, primitive. And I hope I got enough of this paint. We're going to make it work. And I do think it's dark enough, but I am going to put just one little dab of black. Hi Janet, how are you doing this evening? I want it to be a deep, rich, primitive red. Thanks, Janet. So I have a lot of replays to go back and watch. If you are not a part of the Hen House and Bloom, please go join them. It puts us all in the same group, and all you have to do is go refresh, and the next person will come up. It's a great community of creators, and I'm very, very blessed to be here. Hi, Miss Cindy. So please join them. If you're not following anybody that's in the group, please give them a follow. I got my hubby, this is just a little tin muffin pan that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I got Greg to take it and put some of the sensor primer on it today for me, because I'm using acrylic paint, not chalk paint, and I thought that I better prime it first. So I am a slow crafter, so I'm going to try my best to work, and I may not catch the comments. And I promise I will go back and welcome everybody in that I miss and give you a proper welcome. I do appreciate you all taking your time out of your evening to hop on and join me. And I'm excited to get to do this. I feel honored that I get to be a part of this community. I'm so sorry, Janet. I'm so sorry. I hate that so much. Prayers for Janet and her family. Hi Jan, how are you? This is a Tuscan Red, and I'm Mary. I apologize. I'm still learning names, Miss Mary. Give me a little bit of time, and I will catch. It'll click with me, and I'll be able to do it. Thank you, Allison. So I've never done this before. Part of what goes with it, I have done, but I've kind of got something in my head I want to do. And I hope I have time to get it completely finished. I love Christmas. I love the Christmas time of the year. I love to craft at Christmas. I really enjoyed that last summer. I think I ended up getting a little Christmas wood kit and doing it last year. And I saw them doing it during Christmas in July, and I ordered myself one. And it was one of those ones that has the interchangeable arch pieces, and one's Thanksgiving and one's Christmas. And I really enjoyed doing that. And so now this year I can't wait to make some milk bottles, and I don't know what else I'll get into. But I am looking forward to Christmas in July. I know some people think that's a little strange, but me and my hubby, hi Deborah, we love to watch Christmas movies. My husband watches them with me. Is he not the best? He helps me craft. He supports me. He goes and sprays my pans for me and cuts me a piece of wood when I need it. And he loves Christmas movies. You can't get no better than that, can you? But he loves it when it's Christmas in July and the Christmas movies start coming out. We've got some favorites we like to rewatch, some oldie but goodies. Thanks, Beth. And he will sit and watch them with me as much as I will watch them. And we enjoy that. Sometimes it seems like some of the new ones are not as good as the older ones, or maybe we just are so used to the old ones that we like them. I'm going to switch up and use the smaller one. I like these little cheap sponge brushes from the Dollar Tree because I'm hard on my brushes. Hi, Karen. I can not feel too guilty about trashing this if I need to because it comes in a pack. I think there's 3 or 4 of them. Okay, Devon, you're going to have to get this paint on here so we can get started. I do have my heating or my glue tool warming up. I will need that. Yes, Andrea, he is a keeper. He is my biggest supporter. And even sometimes you struggle and you get in your own head and you think, you know, this is just, I'm not sure I should be doing this, or it's a lot of work, or I work full time, and you know, you're kind of biting off more than you can chew. But I enjoy doing it. It means a lot to me to get to do it, and it's a sacrifice for him for me to do it, and I do appreciate him supporting me and encouraging me when I get kind of, you know, we all get in those little moods to where we don't really know if what we're doing is what we should be doing. So I'm going to dry this up just a little bit. I'm going to end up wearing it because I am trying to hurry. My husband is a great supporter too, plus he watches home. See, it's a win-win. Was that Debbie? That was a win-win. I hope they come out with some good ones this year. It seems like, I don't know, we watch the same ones over and over, but it seems like that they could come up with some new ones. So my mother-in-law was up here, and my little, what is this called? This little, you know, this little thing. What is it called? I can't think of it. It's got all these colors on it because I've painted on it. That's what I bought it for. I think I got it at Dollar General. And she loved it. And Greg told her, he said, that's her paint. That's what she's been painting on it. It's just, it's no, you know, she didn't do that intentionally. It's just that's what she's been painting. But she liked it. I like this color. My comments are not scrolling. Lacy Susan. Yes, it's a Lacy Susan. My mind is a little bit lacy today. Hi, Kelly. How you doing today, girl? I got something in the mail from you, Miss Kelly. That was so sweet. Thank you for my little welcome card. Thank you so much. Hi, Donna and Boom. I like the red tones too. And when I first started doing this, I got the paints out and it was too red, too bright red. And I'm like, that's not the color I want. Hi, Julie. Thanks for hopping on. Kelly, you don't know this, but I needed that today. I needed what you sent me, the little card and the little note. I needed it today. I needed to be reminded, and I do appreciate that so much. I may have to go in and do more on the back, but again, since I'm slow, I'm going, hi, Judy. I'm going to go ahead and leave the back. Two, I'm afraid I'm going to run out of paint. I may have to go to Walmart and get me another of the Tuscan Red, the Apple Barrel Tuscan Red. what's everybody got planned for the weekend? We really don't have a whole lot of plans. My son's birthday is the 6th, and I haven't asked him yet. He don't like to make a big deal about nothing. Now food, we like to eat. So I'm not asking him what he wants to do. I'm assuming food will be involved. But as far as having big plans, we do not. Sometimes we go to the fireworks, and sometimes we don't. Hi, Donna. How are you doing this evening? So it just feels like it snuck up on me. I cannot believe it's July. I'm sure some of you's got, tell me about the stuffed heats behind you. Are you talking about the hearts? Boy, those have been popular. That is for sure. Those I learned how to do, and I mean, they're all over Pinterest, but I don't care to give shout out where shout out is due. I learned how to do that from Lisa with the Silver Farmhouse. But like I said, I have seen different versions of it on Pinterest. But basically, I got my husband to cut me the board. It's about 4 foot tall. It's kind of a heavy board. And I basically just painted it black. And then I went in with antique wax and put that on it. And then my understanding that at certain times you can get the styrofoam hearts that's hollow at the Dollar Tree. But of course my Dollar Tree never has nothing. So, hi Lindsay, thank you for hopping in. So I got impatient because I wanted to make the board. So I ordered my hearts from Amazon. If somebody wanted the link to them, they wasn't that expensive, especially when this is going to be the home decor that I'm going to leave up all year. I felt like it was justifiable to get it. And you basically just take your fabric. You could do a theme like Christmas or Valentine's Day. I wanted to do primitive so I could leave it up all year. And you cut your fabric bigger than your heart and you glue it around the heart. And then you put polyfill and stuff it to make it kind of poof out just a little bit. And then you just hot glue the hearts on the board. I think I've about got that. And it's that simple. It is a little bit heavy. But I do get a whole lot of compliments on it. I just did the black and tan homespun fabrics, 4 different patterns, and then just did the board. And yes, I finished the back of my board. I have to finish the backs. And then, I mean, you could hang that on the wall, but I did it just as a leaner. Yeah, I like it too. I like it a lot. It was fun to make and it was real easy. Are you, Allison? That sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm just going to get this dried up. And the comments are scrolling. I can't keep up with them. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate it so much. Hi, Beth. If I miss your comments, I do appreciate it so much. And I will go back and read all of them and welcome you in. You know, you think you see the comments, and then when you get off and you go back and look, sometimes you don't even realize somebody hopped on. And that's real easy to do. I think that'll finish drying while we move on. Let me get just a couple spots I missed. I did want to let you guys know that I got myself set up on YouTube. I've got a YouTube channel now, and you're like, what in the world do you want a YouTube channel for? I really don't know what I'm doing with it, other than I want to save over my videos, my lives, so they don't get lost, and they'll be there for me or somebody that wants to go back and, hi Teresa, and watch them. And that link is pinned at the top of my page. If somebody wants to subscribe to me, that would be awesome. Well, I'll show you in just a second, and you'll know exactly, I think, kind of what I'm going to make. It's a little muffin pan vignette type thing. I'm going to have to take me a drink. I'm sorry. So let me show you what I've got. We're going to let this dry. I have got homespun candy canes. You can buy these candy canes from Amazon, the plastic ones, and wrap homespun fabric around them, which would be a Christmas in July craft. I've got those already pre-made. I've got a little rolling pin. I've got some cinnamon sticks and some greenery and berries. And one more thing. Anybody have any idea what I'm going to be making? Trying to decide which one of these I want to use. I think I'm going to try this one. We're making a gingerbread man. I have coffee stained. Hi Debbie, how you doing? I have coffee stained some fabric. Muslin fabric. And I have a little template that I cut out my gingy with. And we're going to hot glue him down if I can do it without gluing it where it ain't supposed to. I may have to trim him up because I've got him a little bit off. I cut my finger and it's sore and it's giving me a little bit of trouble. Well, I've already messed up my gingy, Mary. I've already messed him up a little bit, but I'm just going to trim that off the top if it's uneven. It's going to be fine. I've got a backup gingy if I need it, but buddy, that hot glue stuck quick. So I'm going to stuff it as I go with my polyfill and try to hot glue it down as I go. And I've got him off, like I said, he's uneven, but I'm just doing it to show you how to do it and what not to do because I've messed up already. I hope this looks right in the pan the way I've got it planned. Remind me in a minute. I've got to put me a ribbon from the top before I do anything else. Let me get this gingy started. I should have done that first. I got myself all nervous about hot gluing this because me and hot glue do not like each other. And I could have used Titebond, I guess. But where it doesn't hold immediately and you got to stuff this little thing, I need it to hold. So, if I was not doing this in a hurry, I promise I could do a much better job at the gingy. But I am trying to get him stuffed because I do have several more things I want to add to this. I think if you start from the big end and stuff hit first, you got more room, and then save his little feet for last. It's a whole lot easier to get that stuffing up in there. And he don't have to be major stuff, but I want him to be a little bit chubby. He's been eating gingerbread cookies, so he's got to have a little chubby to him. So what's your guys' favorite? Hi Lisa, thanks for hopping in. And Shirley. What do you all like about Christmas? What's your favorite thing? Is it the decorations? Maybe getting together with friends and family that you don't get to get together with during the year as much? I love the Christmas tree. I've always loved the Christmas tree. When I was growing up, and not to be whatever, but my parents wasn't too much on Christmas. not too much on decorating, and it was always, you didn't know if you was going to get the Christmas tree to put up or not. And right at the last minute, we would end up getting to put it up, and I decided a long time ago I was going to put my tree up when I wanted it up and leave it up as long as I wanted it. And I've put it up before Halloween before. And to be honest, I've got little decorative trees. I need to put some lights on that one, just with lights through my house. I love trees. I love the Christmas lights too. See how much easier that is to get him stuffed when you start from the big end first? Hey, I'm doing pretty good at this, Gingy. I usually struggle with these. They make me look bad. And again, I do have him a little bit off center, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If I have to trim part of his foot off, I will to make it work. He's going to be partly covered up anyway. Rue, you still have your tree up. Are you serious? Now, I don't want my tree up with Christmas decorations on it. But I don't mind having a tree with other stuff. Last year, I did a hydrangea tree and left it up all spring and summer. And to be honest, this year, I ain't hardly had time to do nothing since I started this page. I ain't got hardly any decorations out for the 4th. I forgot my spring decorations. It's just not enough time in the day. This worked out much better. I think he's cute. I just stuck my finger in hot glue though. Be careful when you're stuffing that to get that up in there. You can always mash it back down so you can hot glue the fabric to the fabric. Hi, Tanya. Tanya, I'm making a gingerbread man. A grungy, primitive, smell good, gingy. And I think I told you about the YouTube channel, but I also have the Telegram. If anybody's interested in subscribing to that, that will let you know when I'm going live. And it's also pinned at the top of my page. Now, one of the legs, I forgot to put some stuffing in this other leg. So we're going to hide it with some decorations. Hi, Susan. Susan, I messed my gingerbread leg up. I forgot to stuff his leg. I was too busy where it was off-centered. It'll be all right. We'll make it work. So let's go ahead. We got to do that tag next. But let's see which way I want to lay him. I think he looks like his arms is this way. So I've got a little bowl of goodies here. And I'm going to go ahead and get him ready. And I'm trying to watch my time. This is going, hi Tanya. My husband doesn't understand why we like to do, like my Millie doll, and Gingy's with no face, no eyes. He's like, that's spooky, that's weird, that's creepy. I said, it's primitive, honey, it's primitive. He says it doesn't make sense, that I need to give it some eyes. I am going to give him some buttons. And I think I grabbed the wrong one, but we're going to make it work. Hi, Tammy. Thanks for hopping on. We're making a, I don't know what you want to call it, Tammy, a gingerbread something something vignette. Now, I do want to embellish him a little bit more, but for time's sake, I am going to try to do a little bit of the other stuff first, and then I'll go back if I've got time. Now, Devonna, I have got some homespun fabric, and if I'm remembering correctly, this is from the Jubilee homespun fabric. Hi, Mary. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, sometimes, Rue, it's hard to do that, ain't it? I've got the green, the coffee grunged one, but I'm liking where this is going to be the red. I'm liking the pattern with the green and the red. So real quick, and this is a little bit wet still, but we're going to go with it. I brought it home this evening and put it in my coffee grunge and couldn't get it all dried. Hi, Shirley. So I'm going to do this one a little bit thin. Well, let's just do it in the middle and see if I can make it work. Hi, Lori. Thanks for hopping on. Is that not just the most rewarding thing ever? And that smells so good. I may have to make this smaller. I'm not going to tie this off yet because we'll probably make it shorter, but I do need to get it on here. This is going to be like the hanger for it. So I did not want to forget to do that. And now let's think about this. We're going to start making us a little, I guess a vignette, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go back and take a little bit of the paint off in places, excuse me. Some of this is going to be covered up. A lot of it's going to be covered up. But we're going to go in with some wax. Hi, Julie. Even with priming this, boy, that's not taking anything for that to come right back off. I better be careful not do it too hard. I just wanted a little bit of it took off in places. Let's do a little bit more at the top. And then, I don't know how this is going to look, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of Dixie Belle wax. Hi, Sam. I know there's just something rewarding about ripping that fabric. I don't know what it is, but it's just rewarding. So I'm going to go in with some Dixie Belle Best Dang Wax. This is the brown. I'm already wearing it. I've got it all over me. And I'm going to try to put it like where I sanded that off a little bit. To age it up, darken it up just a little bit. I almost went in with cinnamon and coffee grounds on this. I've been in a grubby goodness mood lately. But at the last minute, and partly for time's sake because I am so slow, I decided to just do this and give it a little bit of primitive look. Hi, Arlene. Just a little bit. I know you're not going to really see the back, but you know me by now. I like the backs finished. Okay. So for the ones hopping on, this is an event with Hen House in Bloom. If you're not a part of that event or that company group, I can't talk, join it. And you will not regret that. They are awesome. See, it's got a little bit of agedness to it. Does that look okay? I can go back more on the back if I want to. I just don't want to not have time to do this. Next, trying to remember everything that I need to get done. I'm going to go in with Waverly Antique Wax. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe I should have got a wet one. Thanks, Rebecca. I'm hoping I can get this finished. I'm trying real hard. I'm just so slow. I'm just going to grunge this up. Part of it you're not going to see, but the part that we do see, I want it to look primitive. I love these little rolling pins. You can get these from Amazon. Okay, Okay, we're 30 minutes in, guys. I think I might get this. I might can get this done. What y'all think? I'm gonna get some around the inside here. Well, I prepped a lot this time, so Judy, this seems to be a little quicker for me. Now I'm gonna see, get this off. You can do it, you can do it. I'm trying, Rue. Thanks, Beth. I'm gonna wipe it back off just a little bit. I just want it to look a little grungy. You don't want it to look too white. I think that looks pretty, and it's discolored, and I like that. It don't have to be perfect. All right, let's see. Next, what do I want to do next? Give you an idea of what we're going to do. I wished he had been a little bit darker. I dipped him 3 or 4 times and left him sitting in my coffee grunge, and I don't know why he's not as dark as he should be. And again, I do want to embellish him, and before I glue him down, I will. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to take this and get me a little strip. Look at all my little strips of my muslin. I ain't throwing any of it away because you never know. Hi, Emily. I don't know if I got to speak to you. You never know when you're going to use a piece of this. So I want a little bitty strip, not too short or too... I want it wide enough. That might come in handy for more than one thing. And I have got these cute little cinnamon sticks. So after my live last night, I was prepping for this live, and I cut myself with these fabric scissors. Whew! Them things are sharp. I'm going to put just a dab of glue and tie that one more time so it will stay together. Hi, Lynn. That's okay. Thanks for hopping on. I've already burnt myself. Look at me. I've got my Band-Aid. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. And let's leave that a little bit. I'm just going to lay this out, and then we can decide if I need to do something a little bit different. Hi, Fatima. Thank you for hopping on. I didn't see you come on, but I see you in the comments. And I'm just going to kind of play with this for just a minute. If you hopped on late, I have got these homespun candy canes that I made last year. And I'm going to do the same thing with them. I'm going to kind of turn them if I can get it to do what I want. Kind of want each individual piece to stay in place before I glue them into my pan. And I know this is a muffin tin and not like a baking sheet or a, you know what I'm talking about, pan. But I thought it was kind of cute to put me a gingy on the plate and act like I'm cooking, I'm baking. I'm not a baker, by the way. Not at all. Not fake bake, not real bake. I'm just not any good at it. I can cook when I want to. Let's do this the same way. Let's turn them and put a little dab of glue. We can make these homespun candy canes on my page if anybody wants me to that's never made them. They're fun to make. They're easy to make. All we'd have to do is get our supplies, and that'll be something we can make together. So, cinnamon sticks is going in it, candy canes is going in it. And again, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to lay this. Let me show you what I decided to do. I created a little label. It's Grandma's Gingerbread, and it's a little recipe. but of course it's not dark enough. You don't cook either. Melissa, me and my husband used to be big big cooks. We just were. And I have got lazy the past couple, 2 or 3 years. I'd rather come home and eat a bowl of yogurt. I'm looking for my wax. You want to learn, Rue? Well, we may have to have a Christmas in July Friday night hangout on my page. And we may make ornaments. See, these is really cute to do as Christmas ornaments, too. I can't find my supplies. To like hang on your tree. They're not hard to make at all. We could do a supply list ahead of time. And give everybody time to pick up what they need to get. And then we can chat and ask each other questions if we need to know. And then we can post them on my page after we get done. I better be speeding this up. Okay, I have got some rope here. If I can get it cut. Hi, Tasha. Can you send me a little label? I grunged it up just a little bit. Okay, Tammy. Well, let's plan I'll check my schedule on when my lives are. And then I would like to do it because I know some people work second shift. And you all will have to tell me. And I know it's hard to do it to where everybody can do it. We could even do it on a Saturday afternoon. It don't have to be at night. Look what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. And I think I'm going to put a dab of glue. But I want the rope for the texture. This will go fast if I quit talking. We're in trouble then, right? So I'm going to do that. And hold that on there for just a second. Thanks, Boom. And I wanted the texture like the rope is tied on it, even though I've got it hot glued. And I did my string crooked, but that's okay because we're going to cut some of it off anyway. So I'm just going to tie that on. And I'll put just a dab of glue. I don't think it needs it because the actual label is glued on. But we'll do that. Cut that off. That's going to go, this is why I had to have the rope on first. That's going to go like that. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get this glued down first. And I'm not sure that I'm going to go in with the Type Bond and hot glue both. It's metal and wood. And I know we use the Type Bond on smash cans and stuff. So let's do this. And I think it needs it about halfway down. Maybe a little dab right there and a little dab right there. And I put way too big of a dab there. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue. And let's hope this sets. Allison, pay attention, girl. I might need help with these florals. I'm going to hold that on for just a second. Please stick. I don't know if it's going to or not. If it don't, we're going to pretend like it's stuck on there and keep going. And I'll get it to stay after. And of course my label is not exactly where I wanted it. I rolled my, so I'm going to put that here. And I don't know if this is going to stay or not. And And then we're going to put, let me have my gingy. Okay, I think we need to do this next. I've got some little greeneries. With some little berry picks. And I think I did that on the wrong side than what I was planning on doing because I got in a hurry. So I'll have to make this work. I think we're going to put that there. I don't know why I feel like I have to stand up. And if he's going to go here, and that's going to go there, this is what I was looking for. I wanted them on either end, and I messed up, so we're just going to go with it. I'm going to put it down here on the bottom. I may have another one that I can add to it. Guys, remember that Miss Cindy is going to come in after me, Grace and Grit Creations. And if you've not followed this page, be sure to go follow the Hen House and Bloom Company. It's an awesome event page, and you will not be disappointed. I'm just trying to add some greenery to soften it up just a little bit. And some little berries. Let's make sure I got enough to put everywhere. This one needs cut off just a little bit. And I'm thinking I need a little bit more right there. What do you think? The ginty's not glued down yet. Now I know what else I was going to use for a go. We'll just put him somewhere else. Oh, thank you, Carla. That means a lot to me. Andrea is my mentor. We were talking today, and I said this time last year is when I found your page, and I thought Christmas in July, and she's taught me everything she knows. Well, maybe not everything. Thanks, Beth. Now, I feel like I've rushed a little bit too much. Let me think about this. What else do I need to do? I know, I want one of these little bells. We're going to put that right there on the tag. I love the rusty bells and stars to embellish stuff with. Allison, I don't know about the greenery. I really don't. I need a little bit more of something. And you know, you think you got everything laying here that you need, and then you think, I'm not sure about this. I need something underneath of my rolling pin. I like to add the greenery. Especially if you got something like a grubby goodness jar and you add some greenery and muslin and stuff, it just kind of, you know, brightens it up a little bit and complements it, the touch of greenery. Thanks, Fatima. I'm glad you got to hop on. I put my stuff in the wrong place in my little tray here. So we're going to have to figure that out. So I've got a pop of green. I need something right there. Let's do this. This will work. Come over there where I need you. Okay, I'm going to show you this before we do the candy canes. Or I may have time to embellish my gingy after all. Of course, I'm going to cut my homespun fabric down a little bit. See how I've got a little something something? That's my little saying in every little cubby hole. I've got too much hot glue on the end of that board. It's going to look better when we get this done. I just have to figure out how to show everything. I think that'd be okay for that to hang over just a smidge. And don't y'all love my words? Hi, Tracy. Can you put a little greenery under the rolling pin or pine cone? The pine cone, yes. Yes, yes, Allison. What's got me a little bit distracted is the pine cone's in the wrong spot. I got myself flustered, and thanks, Arlene, and put it in the wrong place. So let's add a little greenery. Move my candy canes. I gotta find me a glue stick. I think they're over here. Give me just a second. I apologize. I've got my crafting space way more organized now. I'm not smothering out on finding my stuff. Let's see here. A little bit more. I think it needs a little bit of a red here with the pine cone too. Why not? Let's put one of these little red ones. I think these are just like little beads that come off of something. I'm not sure where I got these from. That way we got 2 or 3 different colors of the red, and I got hot glue on that. Well, the gingy's gonna cover him up. It won't matter. Is that better? With adding the greenery and the little bit of berries on that one as well. Is it too much? Do I have too much going on here? We're gonna go with it because I've already done it. So, we don't want to cover up a recipe. I think that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Thanks, Rebecca. Not too much, Dawn. Well, we're going to go with it because I couldn't leave nothing out. I kept saying, well, I want this and I want this. Okay. How much time? I've got 9 minutes. Can I tie a shoestring bow? This one. And put a little jute on my gingy. This has been fun, guys. I needed this evening. Thanks, Tanya. Hi, Lisa. Oh, man, I've already put the candy canes down first, and they are kind of heavy and bigger than the gingy, but that would be cute if you had some small ones, one to put in his hand, wouldn't it? I'm thinking, let's see if I can tie this around his neck. I don't know if I can or not. We're gonna try. I shouldn't be doing that in my lap where you can't see me. Oh man, I really like that idea about holding the candy cane. Maybe I could come up with a baby candy cane and put in his hand. I don't want to choke him. That was a great idea though, Lisa. I wished I had thought of it in time. We might have to do another one. All right, Devonna, your bow can't be that big on his neck. He's a little gingy. I knew something was wrong. I had him flip, the bow flipped. I still got it flipped. I don't know what I've done. Get out there where you belong. Should I put jute one on top of it? Tracy. Oh, I'm wired up all the time, Tracy, if you're talking to me. Do I need to add... I've already lost my string. What do you think? Is that good enough? Oh, thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that so much. Okay, I've got 7 minutes. We still got 2 things to do. What I'm going to do is take... I think I need to cut a little bit of this off. No, I'm not going to do it in half. I'm going to do it a little more than half. If I can get it to do what I want. Thanks, Joyce. Remember that Cindy with Grace and Grit by Cindy is next. And I need to decide how much to cut off on the top. I know I need to do that yet. But what I thought I would do, I'm going to glue him down. But I'm going to make it look like that it's wrapped around him just a little bit. We don't want to cover up the cinnamon sticks too much. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Sylvia. I think he's cute. He's so cutesy. All right. So what I was going to do, and this may be too much, and you all tell me if it is, should I leave it alone and cut some of this off, you know, to make a hanger? What I originally wanted to do, and this is going to be way short. Let's just go ahead and cut that. I might have cut it too short, but that's just like a little hanger. Tasha, my auction is going to be next week. It will be the 8th through the 10th. Monday's the 6th. I'm going to start it on Wednesday and stop it on Friday. So, one more time. Just leave it like this. Or come in. Thank you, everybody. Just, yes, the hanger. Definitely the hanger. But originally, I was going to be coming around with a little bit. I think this might be too much. Not like a ribbon. Not tying it like a bow. Just, and maybe even putting, yeah, I'm not sure about this part. This is not going to work. This was what I originally thought was to tie that around the back of it. How much have I got? I've got 4 minutes. Okay, guys, you all get ready. See, I'm going to mess. It's not going to work with that. It looks better like this, does it not? I wish my gingy had been just a little bit darker. I think my comments has quit scrolling. No tie. That's what I think, Lynn. It's too much at this point. Originally, I thought I needed it. But you can see the cinnamon sticks and the rolling pin and the candy canes and the little recipe label. Yeah, I like it like this too. It looks better without the last tie around there, but you do you. Yeah, Joyce, originally when I was going to do it, I don't think I had added some of this other stuff. I think it's perfect just like that because that gives it the little fabric up there. Thanks, Tanya. I do wish my Gingy had been a little bit darker. Just a little bit darker. I made the label. I'm not real good at labels, but hey, I got that one done. And we're just a couple minutes out. I thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new to me, I'm Devonna with Handmade with Heart by Devonna. I would love for you to go follow my page and check me out. Join the Hen House and Bloom Company. You will not regret it. That way, when they have events, all you got to do is go to their page, refresh all day long, and catch all the great creators. And you will not regret that. Thank you, Lori. Thanks, Jackie. This has been fun. I needed this today. I've had a hard day a little bit. I don't know why. I just have. And silent auctions, everyone has a chance to win something because the lag is so bad. I agree. I like silent auctions as well, Tammy. I really do. Okay, we're down to a minute. Allison, thank you so much for helping me tonight. Thank everybody for joining me, and you all get ready. Thank you, Beth, to go watch Cindy with Grace and Creations by Cindy, and then you can go back and check all the replays if you have not got to watch those. And this has been fun, and thank everybody so much, and I guess I will see you on Cindy's page in 5 minutes. All right? You all have a great evening. I will post when my auction is at the beginning of the week, but I do think it'll be a silent auction Wednesday through Friday of next week, and I'll get everything posted. And I agree with Tammy. I like silent auctions, especially with the way I work, and you don't have to worry about it lagging behind. So, hi, Lori. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you, guys. I love and appreciate you so much.